All right, I'm going to come on here and address this question. This was from my last video about how to shift any relationship in your reality fast. Okay. I talked about the embodiment, about being the embodiment of what you desire. This question goes into more detail of like they want to know specifics. It says, "Oh, I've heard of this technique, but my question is how do you extract a specific someone if you're not chasing them and they're not chasing you? Can you please clarify and help me?" All right. So let's go into this a little bit deeper. It's never about chasing, controlling, or changing our outer world. Okay. It's always about going internally and becoming the embodiment of what we desire. What does that mean? When we are attracting anything into our life, it's all about energy. What energy are we in? We have to ask ourselves that. Are we in a needy lack energy? Are we coming from a place of wholeness and fulfillment and abundance within ourselves? Okay, so those are the two energies we can be coming from. All right. So, with this, when we are attracting anything, a lot of times the misconception here is when I get the thing, when I get the relationship, when I get that specific person, when I get the money, when I get the whatever it is in your world, I will feel X, Y, and Z. It is not about that. It's about becoming the embodiment. And how do you do that? Fulfill that within yourself. Before you get the thing, feel loved, feel abundant, feel whole, feel peaceful, feel free. Whatever it is you're desiring to feel, if you got the thing, feel it first. And then the thing becomes magnetic to you. You become the magnet. Okay, so how does that relate to this? Okay, if we are coming from a place of needing the thing to feel loved, needing the relationship to feel loved or feel secure or feel chosen. We're coming from a needy energy. That's we feel without. Okay. So then we start to chase and we start to anxiously attached to it. Okay. We have an anxious attachment to it because we feel like we need it to feel it. Right. And then we start to chase and we start to need, and then we spiral in our reality. Okay. We start to react or respond in a way that feels needy. Okay. In a way that feels like we're chasing. Okay. Or trying to control it or trying to change it. Right. We want to come away from that energy. If we come from a space of feeling loved, secure, whole, fulfilled within ourselves, it is a whole different energy because you can pursue someone in that energy, right? It's not about chasing or pursuing, it's about the energy you are doing it from. Okay. You can pursue someone from a space that's grounded, that already feels loved, that already feels chosen. Okay. And that is the space of the wholeness where when we're doing it, we're not attached. Okay. This is the detachment. We detach from the outcome. We detach from the need for their validation, right? We detach from it completely. And it doesn't mean you're not responding to them. It doesn't mean you're not pursuing them. You can do that, but also be in that energy at the same time. So I'm going to give you some examples here. All right. So, for example, if you sent a message to your someone that you're pursuing, okay, and you don't hear from them right away, okay, if you're in an anxious attachment or a needy energy, that lack energy, okay, you start to then respond to that in an anxious way, right? You start sending more messages without giving them the chance to respond and said and saying things such as hello question mark question mark question mark, or are you mad at me, why didn't you respond? Okay, that is pushing it further away. The emotional state here is feeling insecure, feeling not chosen, not feeling secure, not feeling loved. Okay, feeling the need to hear from them to feel okay and regulated. All right, now let's go into a response that's coming from a grounded secure energy, okay, and fulfilled energy. And then after that, I'll go into, if you feel in that needy energy, what to do and how to make the shift. All right, here's the grounded, self assured, confident energy. Okay. So, say you send a message, okay, and your thought process is, I am a priority. I am loved and chosen and secure, right? And I know they're going to get back to me when they can. And you're not going to be checking your phone. You're not going to be looking to see, right? The anxiousness of looking or checking. You're going to put your phone away. You're going to go about your day. You're going to stay in the flow of that, filling your cup, okay? Doing the things that make you feel good, okay? If it's nervous system regulation, which I'm going to talk about in a little bit, just how to ground yourself. If journaling, whatever you got to do, go work out, go for a walk, put yourself in that flow state. And when they do message you back, you're going to say, "Hey, glad to hear from you." Right? Because that's the emotional state of feeling secure, right? Light, and feeling like you know your worth. You're not going to overly try to prove your worth, right? You just know it, right? And your worth is not tied to their immediate response, okay? You don't start perpetuating the overthinking of all the negative stories that can be happening if they're not replying. So now I'm going to go into a few ways you can shift that energy into safety, security, calm, having a regulated nervous system, and feeling good, okay? And feeling loved and chosen. You can do some breath work, some light breath work to release the anxiety. You can repeat things like, I surrender, I trust, I know, I am loved, I am chosen, while you're breathing and regulating your body to release, okay? You can do some dancing, some somatic practices where you're grounding yourself, you're releasing, you're doing some light shaking, some gentle movement, and repeating some law of assumption affirmations. I am secure, I am loved, I am chosen, okay? You can do some scripting in present tense. I am always chosen. I am always loved. I am always shown up for in the most loving ways. Okay. You're scripting that in present tense. And then you're feeling into it. Okay. You can cycle those affirmations in a meditative state. Okay. After doing some breath work, regulating your system, you get into that theta state. Okay. That meditative state. And you just cycle over and over again. I am loved. I am chosen. I am secure. Okay. And you can do some visualization in this of seeing your ideal relationship unfolding before your eyes. You could do that before bed. You can do that in meditation. Okay. Anytime where you're really grounded in that calm, regulated state, bring it to your awareness. Okay. And feel it. But the most important thing to do after all of those grounding practices is to let go and trust. Okay. Go about your day. Do things that bring you fulfillment, that bring you joy and happiness. Do those things. Okay. Fulfill yourself and let it go. And anytime you feel anxious, say, I let go, I surrender, I trust, and I know. All right. And then go about your day. Just anytime those anxious thoughts come up, I let go, I surrender, I trust, and I know. It's already done. It's already mine. I'm already the version of me living as the person who's always chosen, who's always loved, who's always shown up for. And let it go. If you're all about real transformation from the inside out, make sure you like and follow so you never miss a video.